I think 240 pounds. Who's such a big idiot? Even their village doesn't want them back. Whose brain is so small that if it fell in a haystack, it would be impossible to find. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
After getting all of his questions correct and banking £20, Oscar is the strongest link. Carl got a question wrong, but he did bank the most money, banking £200. Michelle is the weakest link, since she got no correct answers and lost the most money. But will the team have noticed that?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think was the weakest link.
Carl.
Michelle.
Michelle. Michelle. Michelle. Michelle. Michelle. Michelle.
Carl, who thinks it was Queen Elizabeth I who died on September 8, 2022, instead of Elizabeth II? Tell me, how did you screw that one up?
I honestly thought it was Queen Elizabeth I. I didn't know she was called the second.
Really? So, you think that Queen Elizabeth I, who was born in 1533, just recently died at the age of 489?
Well, since you put it like that, I guess it was a silly answer.
Extremely silly if you ask me. So what do you do for a living, Carl?
I work in a phone store.
And for how long have you worked in the phone store?
For about 10 months.
Not even a year yet. That's not long at all. I'm guessing this is your first job?
Yes, you're right. This is my first one. I've been struggling to get a job since I left school at 16. So I'm glad I finally got a job.
And why did you struggle to get a job for 6 long years?
I either wasn't interested, or I didn't have enough qualifications for it.
What made you interested to work in a phone store out of all things then?
To be fair, I was really desperate, and the phone store was easy to apply for. But I guess I found it interesting, because I like technology and electronics in general.
I see. And what do you exactly do in the phone store? Selling phones, I assume.
No. What I do in the phone store is actually take the phones and other devices out of their packaging, and place them in the displays. And when I'm not usually doing that, I usually do cleaning. But I wish I can sell them instead.
Well, maybe, Carl. If you did better in school, that could have been a possibility.
Yeah, very true. But I absolutely hated school. And I just wanted to leave as soon as possible.
Talk about a prospering future. So, Carl, why Michelle?
I'm pretty sure Michelle was worse than me. She got 2 questions wrong, 1 more than me, and I at least banked money.
Bruce, remind me what you do.
I'm a professional chef.
How long have you been a professional chef?
I've been a professional chef for 25 years, but I've been cooking since I was 8 years old.
Wow, you must have such a huge passion for it, since that's nearly 50 years you've been cooking.
Oh yes, indeed. I get my passion for cooking from my family, since they have all been professional chefs themselves.
Are you a private chef, or are you a chef in a restaurant?
As much as I would love to be a private chef, and cooking for famous people and for clients, no, I cook in a fancy restaurant. But maybe one day when I retire.
Well, when that day eventually comes, I hope for Oscar's sake you don't cook for him, because he might balloon up to 20 stone if your cooking is that delicious.
Oh, trust me, he would, because my cooking is not only delicious, but completely irresistible.
So I'm guessing the fancy restaurant is always packed with hungry diners, and constant positive reviews?
Absolutely, we get well over 200 customers every single day, sometimes even over 300.
Very busy indeed. Tell me, how fancy is this restaurant, and what are the most popular dishes?
It's very fancy, and very expensive, because we've got the freshest produce, previously owned by my grandfather and currently owned by my father, who are still alive and well. Our popular dishes are beef Wellington, lobster, lamb shank, and filet mignon. We also serve the finest wines, ports, and vermouths you'll ever taste.
I think I would like to pay a visit to your restaurant one day. And wow, your grandfather is still alive? How old is he?
Feel free. You're welcome anytime. And my grandfather will be 106 years old next year in July.
Incredible. So Bruce, why did you vote for Michelle?
She was definitely the weakest link. She got the most questions wrong, lost a lot of money, and her questions were not hard. Like the largest country by land area, it's obviously Russia. It's common knowledge. Everybody should know that. And passing on the Da Vinci question as well.
She was indeed the weakest link in this round, and I think she lacks common sense as well as common knowledge. Michelle, the 27-year-old painter and decorator who forgot who Leonardo da Vinci was and thinks America is larger than Russia. You got 2 questions wrong and lost 600 pounds, so your performance today wasn't a pretty picture at all. In fact, a pretty ugly one at that. It's time to go back to painting and decorating. Unanimously with 7 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I'm so devastated to be voted off, because I really wanted to win today, but I was the worst player, and I deserve it. I am so embarrassed that I passed on the Leonardo da Vinci question. I knew it, but I got so nervous and messed it up. I think Carl will be voted off next, because I think he will really start to struggle.